Joining us now, staff writer for The Atlantic and MSNBC political contributor, Mark Leibovich. Mark, I struggled with this morning because I didn't want to. There's a part of me that thinks that this is a distraction from all the tariffs. There's another part of me that thinks, of course, he's going to run for a third term. I talked about him running for a third term, not respecting term limits when I was writing my book about him in 2016. It's always been a thread that he doesn't respect limits on what his authority is. We certainly saw it in 2020. So how seriously are you taking this tossing off of methods for him to run?
I mean, I think if recent history is any guide, I mean, we should take it very seriously. I suspect there's a good chance he will do something to pursue a third term. At the very least, he's clearly having fun with this, right? It is an applause line. He can say it in a public setting, and his most hardcore supporters will give him a round of applause. He knows it trolls the opposition. I do think, though, that at a certain point it becomes a real problem for Republicans, because I would imagine most Republicans, certainly elected Republicans in their heart of hearts, probably don't want this and know fundamentally that this is unconstitutional. And look, it's one of the first things we learned when we learned about the Constitution and about, how the government's supposed to run, is that presidents are term limited after 2 terms. So look, I mean, I suspect that as if this goes on, there will be more and more questions of Republican senators and House members asking what their take is on it. And then they're in the position where if they give a truthful answer, which is this is clearly unconstitutional, you risk Trump's ire. Or on the other hand, if you said, yeah, why not? He's such a good president, you look like an idiot. So, look, we've seen this before over what seems pretty outlandish. This could be the next theme we see going forward.
You have a House Republican already introducing a measure to change the Constitution. I think realistically, should we expect there to be a move made in Congress to potentially change the Constitution to allow for a third term?
That wouldn't surprise me at all. I mean, just like there are, laws being proposed to put Donald Trump on Mount Rushmore, put him on like a $50 bill, whatever it is. I mean, this is sort of a time-honored now way that Republicans can gain favor with Donald Trump by sort of, trying to enact some legislation that at the very least makes him feel good. I don't think that will get anywhere. It's very difficult to change the Constitution, but at the very least, it would be something that a lot of Republicans could sign on for, and their bona fides as Trump people would be asserted.
All right, so we have House Majority Leader Steve Scalise just weighing in a moment ago. He's dismissing the idea. He says, I don't know what he's referring to. I never saw it. They always never see what's in the news everywhere, which I find amazing. So he says there's no proposal to change the Constitution right now. The right now is interesting. Right now. I mean, the Republicans always seem to move the goalposts for Donald Trump depending on how hard he pushes or how serious he gets. We have like a fringe Republican putting it in now. But would you be surprised if you saw a Steve Scalise get behind this in the future, or a Mike Johnson get behind this in the future, or a John Thune in the Senate?
It wouldn't surprise me at all. I mean, I don't think it'll go anywhere because, again, I don't think they have the votes for this. But I do think, look, fundamentally, I don't think this is popular. I haven't seen any polling on it, but I'd be shocked if more than, say, 30% of the population in the United States wants Donald Trump to run for a third term, let alone serve a third term. But obviously, he has a hardcore base that will sort of, bang the drum for this, and a lot of pretty shameless supporters in the House and Senate who are willing to, put their reputations on the line for it, because as we've learned, shamelessness is a superpower around Donald Trump, and it's obviously going to be a good career move for them. But look, I mean, I think that this is definitely something we're going to see a lot going forward. I don't expect it will amount to anything, but I also think that we should expect the unexpected, or expect Donald Trump to do something until he has shown that he needs to be stopped.